All right, it's Wednesday. It is August 26th. It's 6:15. Welcome to Not the News. That's right.
That's our guest, Layla.
That's right. Good morning, everybody. I think that the topic on everybody's mind is going to be pretty singular, right? I think this morning I woke up and I read that headline. There's now 54,000 signatures on a petition to rename Nashville International Airport Dolly Parton International Airport.
Let's just name the whole city. We now live in Dolly Parton.
It was such a shocking moment. And of all things, it was my daughter who was at school who texted me first and just said, "Dad, I'm so sad." And I said, "What, honey?" And then I turned on the TV, and the news was there that Dolly had passed away at 80. And it was just like, it was immediate to me that not only did my parents love Dolly, not only did I love Dolly, but my girls did too. And she was just, she just brought together generations, right?
Let's talk about another generation. My 7-year-old, I told her when she came home from school, and immediately that lower lip poked out.
Right.
And she goes, "Why?"
Right.
And I said, "Well, honey, she went to heaven to be with Jesus. And, she lived a beautiful, long life.
Traded the butterfly wings for angel wings is what I heard."
But you make a great point. Everyone loved her. She touched everyone, no matter your age, your race, where you were from in life.
Politics.
Everybody it didn't matter. Yeah, because she transcended all that, and she lived by these core principles that I think all of us strive to live by.
Right.
We fall short, but we strive to.
She was what I thought was so interesting about her, and I see this in a lot of people of her stature, is that she was so big and so huge and in a way so unapproachable, but yet she still managed to have a personal connection with everyone, right, in this special way. And that's just a rare thing in the business that she did. But now you start hearing about all these Dolly stories, right? And the discussions about Dolly. And a friend of mine, Kyle Jones, who's on the back end of about every big tour that there is, will join us here in about 15 minutes and talk about that. And then we have our buddy Terry Barga in from Nashville Fit, and Terry's going to join us here in a little bit. And we're going to talk a little bit about Dolly on the business end of things and how she inspired so many women, especially, but everyone to kind of to take that step and do what we all hesitate to do, like we did for so long before we launched this thing, right? Yeah. We have a lot of reasons not to do things in this world, but very good reasons to take that first step forward. So, it's been a surreal 12 hours.
It's been sad. Most people hear about celebrities and they're like, "Oh man, I liked them," or "I liked that." But Dolly is hitting different. Because it's not just Nashville, it's not just Tennessee. It is the world that is mourning this woman from East Tennessee. Right. I mean, her book of many colors is frequent in my household.
Well, and they're saying that in lieu of flowers or anything, just please donate to the Imagination Library, right? Because that was her passion. And what was, I think yesterday they surpassed an unreal number of books.
It's unbelievable.
Just on her passing right there. But, she's her new hotel is opening downtown Nashville. Yeah. So many things that her name and brand are attached to now, and they will go on because there's her family, it's everyone involved in her life that are running it. But there were a few stories that kind of bubbled up online, interviews and performances. What kind of stood out to you?
The quotes that she was known for really stood out to me. And one that I loved the most was she said she asked her mom at one point, this is not word for word, but why did God bless me so much? And he said, and her mom said, "Well, Dolly, it's because he knew what you'd be willing to give back." Yeah. And oh my gosh, did she give it back? Yeah. Imagination Library is absolutely incredible what she did. Getting books into the hands of kids, helping them to learn to love to read and help literacy is just absolutely, it's mind-blowing what she was able to do, especially as she grew up with somebody who her father couldn't read. Yeah. Hey, Chris.
Yes, Kyle's asking you to give him a quick ring if you don't mind. Okay. See, we do instructions on the air here.
Yeah. What you have another? I have a bunch of Dolly quotes.
I watched a lot of her Johnny Carson appearances because that was really, she had a special relationship with Johnny, and then the song that she wrote for him, the Johnny Carson Show, was awesome. But I think two things hit most yesterday. One, I watched the entire Barbara Walters interview. Did you ever see that one?
Probably. It was a long time ago.
You should watch it.
I need a refresher.
You should watch it.
Yeah.
Dolly gets very candid in that interview, and now that she's gone, it hits in a totally different way. But she was such a boss, right? And Barbara, in Barbara's way, would, Dolly, you dress provocatively. You do things a little over the top. How Barbara. And Dolly just looked her straight in the face. And she said, I know. And she said, everyone that makes fun of me, everyone that laughs at me, guess who gets the last laugh? Me. She said, I know exactly who I am. I know exactly what I do. I know exactly that I'm over the top. She said, but inside I know who I am. And the rest just doesn't matter. So those hit hard, but then I think the last thing that hit hard is she posted on March 4th a statement about her health. Did you see that? Mm-hmm. Oh, I sent that to you. Mm-hmm. And I think watching it now, she knew that the diagnosis, the cancer, was well beyond treatable at that point, because in a couple parts, you hear her voice get slightly unsteady.
Yeah.
And to me, that was, it was almost, now that I watch it again, it was almost like her preparing us for
losing
for
her
what
husband, too. Was probably,
Carl Dean, right. And he was a special man in her life, too. Mm-hmm. And she talked about him a lot in the Barbara Walters interview, too, and their relationship and what made that so special. There was a lot of reflection yesterday, and I think more sadness than I could have imagined.
That's what I'm saying. Those people hear a celebrity pass, and they're like, "Oh, really likes them."
Right.
But when somebody who, you met Dolly, but you didn't know Dolly.
Yeah.
None of us had a relationship with her. Somebody we don't really know passes away, and it has this kind of profound impact on us. That is how you know she has left the world a better place than when she entered it.
Right, and believe me, I didn't know Dolly, but I had interactions
you met
through
her.
through the media stuff there.
That's one of my biggest.
And they were special. She was genuinely a caring person.
Mm-hmm. She met everyone with love and kindness and grace. Yeah. It didn't matter who it was.
Didn't matter who it was. I think one of the things I find also fascinating about her is that everyone in her inner circle, and she had different layers, right? She had a really tight circle there with Danny and those guys. Then she had her family, and then goes out from there. The loyalty that everyone has to this moment, to her privacy, to her legacy, to making sure that her voice is told in her voice and no one else's, is absolutely fascinating to me. Yeah. It's just that, you don't see that very often there. And that's just a statement of how people felt about Dolly.
She's one of a kind.
Yeah.
She's one of one, So in the lines of what we always ask each other, what did you listen to on the way in here? I think I know what it is.
I didn't listen to Dolly. No, I listened to it all day yesterday, right? Oh. The songs just kept coming out. Yeah. I just let my radio dictate to me what I was
So what was it?
Today was Parker McCallum.
Okay.
And it was Stoney LaRue again.
Oh, okay.
So.
Well, I was all Dolly. I just hit Dolly, and I just did the shuffle, and it started with Islands in the Stream and Jolene, and it was... Yeah, good for the soul.
And then everyone, someone made a remark to me when I posted my picture with her, and I don't do that very often, but it was very touching to me that I just wanted to say thank you on behalf of me and my daughters because of all the memories, right? It was very special to me, so I threw that up there. But I put "I Will Always Love You" as the music, and someone wrote, everyone is putting that music behind the tributes to her, and I said, I know, it's right now, to me, it's like her goodbye to us, right?
Oh.
it changed everything.
Well, the Tennessean headline is "Love Always."
Yeah.
Because that's how she lived her life. And you're right, Neil. You don't talk. I mean, whenever a celebrity or anything, you don't ever say, "Oh, I met them. I know them." And all of us are quick to post a picture once we've met someone, or
that's fun.
It's not you. You've never been like that. So for you to do that means she did have an impact on you.
I've done it before, but it's just
pretty rare for you.
But yeah, what struck me is that she wanted to make sure my daughters were having fun at Dollywood, right? So I go to do this interview about the new roller coaster that opened, the Silver Bullet, I think it was. And I walk into the room, and she's like, "So, are the girls? Are they having fun? Do they need anything?" And I'm just like, "Okay."
Yeah, they're good, Dolly.
I get it.
They're good.
I get it. Yeah, we're actually in heaven right now. The fact that I came out here and we're meeting with Dolly Parton.
One of my biggest regrets is that I never met her.
Yeah.
As an East Tennessean, as somebody who, I feel like I have such a connection to her.
But in a way, And then I know Stella used to watch us on the
Yes.
morning show and used
Oh,
to
yeah.
communicate with us too. So she put a very touching video online, and our condolences go out to
Yeah.
everyone, Stella and the Parton family and all her close friends and family. There, I mean, it's just going to take a little time. So her funeral's going to be private.
Yeah.
They announced, and I imagine there may be something like, I don't know, at Dollywood, some sort of.
They're going to have to do something.
But you're already seeing at her gate in Brentwood, people are stacking up flowers at the gate at Dollywood. People are stacking up flowers there because people just had this unreal connection.
And her plaque downtown, and
Yeah.
So I love that everyone's saying, like, let's do something now to honor Dolly, like you said, Neil, whether it's donating a book or donating something to Imagination Library, or just kind of trying to live your life like Dolly. So how are we going to do that?
Well,
What are we gonna do?
I think generally, maybe be more tolerant of other people's opinions that you speak to. Maybe open up a little bit more as far as showing your appreciation for people as opposed to what divides us. Maybe we start looking at more things that actually unite us, like she did. And
Amen.
And she, some of her interviews, she talked about her, not endorsing politicians. She said, "Why do people care what I think?" She said, "I have friends on both sides. Why would I do that?"
It's amazing.
And I thought, how refreshing to actually hear that in this day and age where even her death has sparked crazy things online, and you're like, what? Really? What?
Yep.
Is that where we are?
She
Is
never
that where we
took
are?
the bait to be divisive. She
Yeah.
was the opposite of that.
Governor ordered flags at half staff across Tennessee. He said she's Tennessee's favorite daughter right there. I remember during the floods in East Tennessee and the way she stepped up.
Yes.
And she helped out. But she's always had a lot of hands. I hear these stories too because she was the master of disguise. So you may have actually met her,
So
Nikki.
true.
You may
Yes.
have met her.
I love these stories.
She would go out by herself because her people around her were recognizable, and
Yeah.
she would, be with us.
I love these stories.
I believe them as 100% true. I
Totally.
can totally see it because I think for someone that craved her privacy, she also craved
People.
just a normal existence. And I think she was able to figure out a way to do the best of both worlds.
Yeah. Well, and as
In that
fabulous
regard.
and glam as she was, it was probably a fun, artsy dive for her to,
Yeah.
everything she did was intentional. I
Right.
mean, reading through some of her quotes that if we could all just live by just some of them, she had so much wisdom. Find out who you are and do it on purpose. I love anyone who is unapologetically themselves, and Dolly was unapologetically herself.
Okay, so go watch the Barbara Walters
I'm
interview.
gonna have to.
Watch the whole thing.
Yeah.
I think that, to me, it's one of the more revealing interviews that
Yeah.
she's given. So there's that. But if we have David Park standing by, we sure do. Thank you, Chris. We appreciate that. Chris Yost, one of the absolute keys to making this thing actually work.
We would not be on air if it weren't for Chris.
No, not at all. So let's do a little traffic,
Follow
and
him
we'll jump
on
into weather,
Instagram.
and then we'll get Kyle in here real quick. All right, D Park, what's happening,
Good
my
morning,
friend?
sir.
How are you this morning?
Good morning. Good morning. I'm with everybody's with their Dolly feels, and I'll have a quick story here. But first, I got to tell you about the quick traffic story. You had
Yes.
a fender coming on 24 eastbound down from Briley Parkway where it hooks up with 65. Crews are still on the scene. They got rid of the accident. Fortunately, where they also had to get rid of an accident was 65 southbound at
Trinity Lane.
And I watched these crews move the vehicles from the left lane, left shoulder over to the right shoulder, which means we are done for the morning. 65
Oh, gosh.
Starting a little early on the north side. Fortunately, those are only two incidents so far. A little bit of volume building around town. Quick Dolly story about being a real live human. I used to have the fun of going out to a little place called Nett's Country Store. And in the chat, if you remember Nett's Country Store down in Santa Fe, Tennessee, and Murray County, I can pronounce both Santa Fe and Murray County. And Nett was just a sweetheart, and they ran a little country store. You walk in there, your phone is a digital paperweight. You got nothing out there. She said every now and again, Dolly would come in, order a bologna sandwich, sit down for lunch, just because it reminded her of her childhood in the country, being a normal person.
Oh,
And it could not have been sweeter.
Totally see that. I totally see that. David, thank you. Appreciate that, my friend.
yeah. Thank you.
You got it, friends.
And he's off.
All right.
I'm loving these Dolly stories, and I am just going to be chronically online today trying to.
Right. Well,
soak
you
them
can't
all
avoid
up.
it right now, which is
No,
not a bad
like,
thing.
I don't want to avoid it.
And just weather-wise, real quick, it's just going to be sunny, 89 degrees today. Today was Wednesday was our one chance of rain. That's today, and it's not showing up anywhere. And the next chance of rain doesn't show up until next Tuesday.
Yesterday was lovely.
So we're hovering in the upper 80s for the next few days. That's your weather forecast there.
Good job, Neil.
Thanks, I appreciate
Good
it.
work.
We're still working on the weather end
No
of the
bad
format.
news bears.
Terry Vargas come up in just a minute from Nashville Fit, but right now we have Kyle Jones joining us, and I think we got all the technical stuff figured out. Kyle, thank you for your patience, my friend. Are you there? I'm bringing him in right now. There he is.
Hey, Kyle.
What's up, Kyle?
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing great. Thank you.
Oh, dude, it's so good to have you with us here. You've been in the concert business, the music business for like 4 or 5 decades, and you're one of the rare people in this town where everyone still likes you after that long in the business.
Yeah, isn't it something?
Neil can't relate.
Yeah. Yeah, not at all, can he?
Hey,
He's an icon.
seriously, I saw your post yesterday, and it was very touching about Dolly and just remembering kind of your interactions with her. And I know you're friends with her manager, Danny. So where are you this morning reflecting on her passing? And we want to tell some funny stories about Dolly,
Yeah.
too.
Yeah. I don't know a whole lot of funny stories about her, but I will tell you, I'm reflecting this morning. I'm not sad at all. I mean, my goodness, if we could all live the kind of life she lived, I just take her own words when she talks about the gifts she was given and how she used them. And of course, once she was able to do what she wanted to do, and that is she helped a lot of people from the moment on. I think if you go back and look at her history, she was always trying to further her career, but she always took people along the ride with her.
Yeah.
And just a perfect example how we should all strive to live our lives. So I'm not sad. She had a well-lived life and did so much good. Her library is something I think that meant the most to her in the later years of her life. And this library has done so much for children all over the world.
Yeah.
And so I'm not really as melancholy as I thought I would be this morning. You know, I'm more into reflecting back on all the phenomenal things she did for everybody.
Well, when we talked yesterday, we were talking about how she left us with entertainment. She left us with an amusement park. And that's her telling us, you know what?
Go live life.
Live life,
Yeah.
celebrate, be with family, be happy. As someone who is kind of behind the scenes making all these concerts go, Kyle, what was her reputation among the music industry as far as how she treated people and just overall how well she was liked?
Right. You know, I'll just go for the Nashville area because I work in all genres of the music industry, but in the Nashville area, you have 2 people that I can think of that are spoken in the way she was spoken, and that's herself and Vince Gill. If you talk to and I don't come from the recording side of the industry. I come from the concert live touring side of the industry. And Vince Gill and herself both have a wonderful reputation of being accessible, always thanking the people that made it happen. And I looked back at some of the comments on my stream yesterday on social media, and people were saying, yes, I did a show with her. I was just a local stagehand in whatever city, and she came up and shook my hand and asked me if I was doing okay and thanked me for being there and helping. So, and that is her. That's the epitome of Dolly, is always being gracious and grateful for the gifts she had, and she was able to make life for everybody on the road a lot easier.
You know,
Yeah.
you can tell a lot about a person by the way they treat someone who can do nothing for them, and that's a great Dolly story. But what was the time period when you had interactions with her? What?
In the past 20 years or so.
Wow.
And in the early on part of her career, I did not. But in the past 20 years or so, I've been in Nashville 22 years, full time, and I commuted for half a decade. But in that time frame, she had slowed down touring, but we did some tours and stuff. And of course, I've been friends with her manager, Danny Nozell, for quite some time. And his story itself is one of her graciousness and her ability to make somebody feel wanted. Danny was a rock and roll tour manager in the music, with most famously with a band called Slipknot. You just think of Slipknot and Dolly Parton in the same sentence,
No.
and it just doesn't belong.
No.
And Danny filled in as a tour manager. She ended up bringing him along full time for the ride. And I remember him telling me, I had lunch with him just right after he got here, and telling me that he had come down and moved in an apartment she had over by her offices in the 12 South area, and moved into his apartment, and said he got to the apartment and there was groceries in the refrigerator, the pantry was stocked, the bathroom had shaving lather, razor, soap, toothpaste, toothbrush, all this stuff was in there. So he had a meeting with her the next afternoon, and she asked if everything was okay, and he said fine, and she goes, "Is the apartment okay?" "Yes, it's great. And just so you know, Dolly, I'll be getting my own place just as soon as I can." And she reached across the table and grabbed his hands and she goes, "Sweetheart, as long as you work for me, you can stay there as long as you want."
Oh.
And that was just her.
Yeah.
You know, she was taking care of him because she knew he was going to take care of her.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It's pretty special. And thoughts with Danny this morning. You, I specifically pointed out the interview with Barbara Walters as something that really made me think. You in your post, you point out the interview that she did with 60 Minutes. What stuck out about that one?
Oh, the Morley Safer interview with her, which is, believe it or not, I just thought it was a few years ago, but it was 2009.
Yeah.
But the most poignant point was she talked about her hometown over there in the Pigeon Forge area and the courthouse square there in that county. They erected a statue to Dolly. It's a real famous, beautiful statue of her. And her father, every night at dusk, would go down there with a 5-gallon bucket of soapy water and a brush, and he would clean all the bird droppings off the statue every night.
Yeah.
And when she told that story, it just brought me to tears. And we were doing a show just a few days after that, and I saw her just as we were going to the stage and all, and I told her I was upset with her. She said, "Why?" I said, "Because you made me cry." And I told her that story, and she was very appreciative of the story. She understood that it connected with people.
Neil and I have loved seeing people say, you know, honor Dolly, do this, donate to the Imagination Library. I want to know how you're going to do it, how you're going to honor her.
Oh, I'm going to push real hard for naming the B&A airport after her.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's taken some legs this morning, I noticed as I woke up. And I'm going to jump on that bandwagon because I think it's a phenomenal thing. And she is the epitome of Tennessee and of Nashville. She's a great icon that we should do. But I'll remember her that way. And I can't think of a more fitting thing would be to name something like that after. I know the story where at one point the Tennessee legislature was wanting to erect a statue of her over there, and the great story she told them, you know, you always put the busts or whatever up of people that have dead. She goes, "I'm not dead yet."
I remember that.
Yeah.
So now can we put one
She wasn't
up?
ready for that one.
And she also the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction too. She was kind of very hesitant about that as well. She was just so modest in that way.
Well, she just felt she hadn't deserved it, so then right away she had to put together a rock and roll album.
She did.
Felt like she did, and she did it, and she nailed it.
Yeah.
It was a wonderful, wonderful album.
It's amazing that even just days before her death, she's still talking about the future. She was still talking about all the things that she had left on her list of things to do, Kyle. Like that kind of motivation is just, it's pretty unbelievable how it just was through and through this woman.
Yeah, she was trying to get the hotel finished. She did get to open up the travel stop down south towards Alabama. She opened that up and she made an appearance there when that opened, which was to me just to tell about her drive and motivation to get things done.
Yeah.
I'm sure she has a lot of things left unfinished, but there's enough people in her family and her inner circle and stuff that they're gonna finish everything she started.
For sure.
It's amazing.
For sure.
Hey, for folks that don't know, tell us what the Chief Growth Officer of Concert Stuff Group does for a living. Okay.
That's when they want you on the C-suite, but they can't figure out what to give you a title for. But in a nutshell, we're a 15 company entertainment group in the touring industry.
Yeah.
So we're the second largest staging company in the world. We're a very large global audio visual lighting company. We have the tour buses, we have semis, we have barricades. So if you go to a concert, we've been working for years with Luke Combs. He just did a big stadium tour this year. And if you went to that show or saw any of that, all that gear you saw at that show belonged to one of our companies. And I'm tasked with just kind of growing the brand. We're looking at other companies to acquire or partner with, if you will. So that's what I do.
Well, separately, I'd love to have him on the show to talk about
Nikki
that.
and I
It's
put
so
together our dream guest list, and you were on mine because I want to bring you back and have you talk about your time with George, your time just
in the business,
and just explain how the back end of these shows work to people and why it's so important for these artists. So will you do that with us sometime? Maybe come in the studio.
We can talk about Irv too.
We have to talk about Irv Woolsey. You know what? That's where our conversation starts, my friend.
Yeah, I'll tell you a quick 10-second Irv Woolsey.
No.
I would have friends come in from out of town to visit Nashville. They'd ask me, where could I go? And I would send them to Losers over in Midtown.
Of course.
To Losers, and I say, you have to look up Irv, the owner. I said, he'll be standing by a little island there close to the popcorn machine with a scotch in his hand. I said, but he kind of looks like Kenny Rogers. And so every time I would ask them, did you get to meet Irv the next day? And they go, yes, we did. They said I would say that I'm friends with Kyle Jones. He goes, Kyle Jones. He goes, I love that guy. His politics is skewed, but I really love him.
When I used to go there, Irv would make me do bird whistles in the corner where I'd sit there and stand with him, and people would look around wondering where these sounds were coming from. And it made Irv just roll. It was the funniest thing. And all you have to do is look at me, and he'd give me a quick little nod with his head, and I know exactly what he's talking about. He's like, he wants the bird whistles.
I love that.
But I will tell you, Irv respected Dolly and the legacy she built and the business that she built. And I can honestly say I felt like George and Irv had built George's career in a similar fashion, other than George doesn't go out looking for commercial things and other things like that. But the music career was built the same way, built on just great songs and doing it. So, and I know Irv respected Dolly very much. And
I think the thing that you kind of look at both of them is where they came from. Dolly from a small town in East Tennessee, and Irv from Wimberley, Texas. And they both kind of have that same grounded root in their community first, and then it stretches out from there. That ties them together in a big way for me.
Yep, that does too.
Kyle,
Thank you
I know you
so
got up
much.
early for a dentist appointment. We hope it goes well. You have a great smile. Let's just keep it, okay?
Cleaning.
Okay,
good.
good.
Well,
Good,
I
good.
spent enough money over my age that I've got them all where they need to be. I just got to keep them.
Love you, my
Thank you
friend.
so much,
hey,
Kyle.
real quick, people are asking what the drag racing pictures are over your shoulder.
So my son, who's in the music industry, my son is stage manager for Benson Boone.
Okay.
And my daughter, he's out on tour right now, obviously in the States. And my daughter just had her first show in Europe with A$AP Rocky yesterday. And she runs the back of house and dressing rooms and all that stuff for A$AP Rocky and Rihanna and Bad Bunny and The Weeknd.
Oh my gosh.
We have, all right, no, Paul's right there. We're bringing you back.
Yeah. So anyway,
the picture
behind me, when my son was a young man, little boy, he was into drag racing. We got him into this junior drag racing league, and you can see a few of the pictures there. And he raced from 8 years old through 11 for 4 years. And in his 4th year, he was on a team with AJ Foyt the fourth, and my son won a national championship. So he got a full year, 4-year ride scholarship from NHRA, and he went to MTSU. And so those pictures are him. He's 40 years old now. So those are up in my sports room. My office at home is up in I have a sports memorabilia room, and those are up there.
It's a little more expensive than travel soccer, but that
You're a lot more expensive than travel soccer.
You're one committed.
Thank God Daddy owned a business that allowed them to do that.
I love you, Kyle.
That
Thank you
was
so
great.
much. Come back soon, okay? And we'll have you in studio,
will.
and we'll
Thank you,
really
Nikki.
chew it.
Thank you, Kyle. Talk to you soon.
Talk soon.
Good day.
All right.
Oh, that was great.
No, yeah.
I love stories like that.
And he can go on and on and on. And his ties in the music industry just always amaze me. And it's like he and my buddy Mitch Ballard, when they get together and they start talking about these things, it goes so far over my head, but it's all fascinating.
You're just like sitting there listening. You're like ping-ponging back and forth between that.
Terry, come on in.
You want to introduce our next guest?
Well, I want you to talk about sponsors real quick, and we'll get Kara get settled in there real quick.
Shout out to our sponsors. We love you so much. We couldn't do this without you, specifically Pure Turf. How lucky are we to have Pure Turf on board? The owner, David Patton, reached out to me like a while ago to do my yard and to do a partnership. And I was like, well, yeah, my yard I just moved in this house. It's all brown. Help me out. And within months of them coming to my house, and keep in mind, we had the ice storm, we had the drought, we had all of this stuff. My yard looked fake. People are like, oh, it's Pure Turf. They do turf. Your yard looks great. It must be fake.
AstroTurf.
No, it's real. Like, that's how good these people are. Anyway, if you're looking for a little love on your yard, go to Pure Turf. They're a locally based, locally run company, family owned and operated, and they're wonderful people. Tell them we sent you. And then our other sponsors are Mother to Mother, and we're going to talk about that.
We'll talk about that.
After. But I want you to bring in our guest.
Terry Barga is with Nashville.
No. How long have you known Terry?
Feels like forever.
It feels like we were brothers.
Tell me his name one more time.
Tell
me his name one more time.
Oh my gosh, screwed up. Okay, sorry.
What's his name?
Please go.
Terry? How do you say your last name?
Well, it's Bargy.
Oh.
And I waited just for
Why
this
did you
moment.
do that to me? You know what?
That brought me so much joy.
But here's the thing. I say, do you know Terry Barga? And everyone says yes. So don't even tell me. I'm the only.
Oh, you're not the only one.
Yeah, to be fair, he did say that everyone says it wrong.
It's spelled wrong. It's fine.
Okay, Terry Bargay.
Bargay. Oh, I like that even better. Bargay?
All right, guys.
How are you, my friend?
We're moving on.
We are moving on.
Tell everybody who you are. What's
my
your
gosh.
deal? What's your thing?
Well, my name is Terry Bargy, and I'm with Nashville Fit Magazine and Media. And we are the authority in Nashville for all things health and wellness.
We love it. We've both had great experiences with it. Both had independent. I was in there. I was in the magazine, wasn't I?
That's right. You were in it.
You were in the magazine?
And Neil was on our Ground Up podcast.
That was a fun time.
Yes.
Actually.
It was a great time.
So the podcast is amazing, actually, and it's
Thank
going
you.
real well for you. Is your son still shooting it for you, or did we?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ezra is my son. He's 18 years old, and I have commandeered him for engineer.
Oh, nice.
Well, he does a great job.
He didn't get asked.
Right.
He just had to do it.
Yeah. No, he's a natural.
Well, we
He's
brought
great.
you on. We wanted to have you on for a while now. Neil's like, gotta have Terry. And I was like, yes, absolutely. But today it worked out that it was on the passing of a legend, our icon, Queen Dolly.
Sure.
And how perfect for you to talk about this part of your life and her life and building a business, because man, did Dolly build some businesses.
Right.
And I'm sure you took some inspiration from her. And
She was fearless. She was fearless.
Yeah, and you gotta do that.
And that's something that holds a lot of people back. And you talk about that lot, that step that you have to take that gets you from imagination to real.
That's exactly right. And I have to say that Dolly was influential in the raising of my children. When we adopted our two older kids, sibling group, we got connected with the Imagination Library. And I didn't know this thing existed. And then we got a book. I think it was a book a month.
Yep.
In the
Until they're
mailbox.
5.
Yeah, and my kids ate that stuff up. They were so excited about it. I just thought that was such a cool thing. It was fun as a dad to go out to the mailbox and come back in with that, and the kids just jumping up and down for it. So really cool thing that brought me a little bit closer to the legacy. Dolly Parton. And then powerhouse. All the way around.
Yeah.
The confidence, right, and the I don't care what you think attitude.
Mm-hmm.
More of us could take some notes from that.
well, you've got to have a lot of that,
Well,
right? To start your own business.
You have,
Yeah.
you have the magazine.
you got to
have
be a little
the-
bit crazy, yeah.
Yeah.
If that's what you're alluding to, yeah.
I was going to ask about adopting your 2 children.
Yes.
That sounds like a Dolly move if I've ever heard one.
Yeah, we were, my wife and I actually dating, that was a conversation that we had to make sure that we were compatible, is that we wanted to adopt. And that never felt like the right time. And we had an organization come through our church that made it really easy. And before you knew it, we went from a family of 2 to a family of 4.
That's pretty great.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
And my oldest daughter, who is adopted, has given us 2 granddaughters. So that's awesome. So,
Yo,
yeah.
Pop.
Yes,
What are you?
I'm Pappy.
Pappy.
Yes.
You're a Pappy.
I'm a
You look like a pappy.
Don't I?
A sleeved out, bearded pappy.
Coolest
All I'm
Pappy
missing
ever.
is the captain's hat, right?
Well, that is what a way to be a blessing in this world and to live like Dolly, to love on everyone like you did with your children.
Well, I
That's
appreciate
beautiful.
that. That means a lot.
Oh, what are their names?
Elizabeth and Jack, and then my other 2 sons are Elijah and Ezra.
Oh my goodness, full house.
Yeah, and they're all grown, so
Yeah.
yeah.
So
We
that's
met-
why you have all this free time.
That's right. That's why I can be here.
He's always free.
You know?
Yeah, he's never busy
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
You took a vacation recently, and I was shocked actually that you left for fun.
You know that it had to happen after that Music City Fit Expo.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
The expo. I want to tell you about the expo. You and I, when we first met, we had coffee that day, and we were talking about just kind of building these media brands right there. So I want to talk a little bit about that and how you're kind of structuring the company and what's ahead for you. But talk about the expo.
Yeah, Expo is a very fortunate thing. So I came into ownership of the Nashville Fit magazine and the Music City Fit Expo about 5 years ago. So just past COVID, brought the Expo and the magazine to one of my friends at the time, Roy Mangrum, Barbell Voodoo. Shout out to Roy. I said, "You want to do this thing with me?" And he said, "Absolutely." Did either of us know what we were getting into? No. But the Expo is where we started, and it has grown exponentially and is now the largest fitness expo in the South.
That's crazy.
Had nearly 8,500 people come through in June, 2 days. We take over the entire fairgrounds, 120,000 square feet.
How long did the competitors train for this event? I mean, I know it's year round for a lot of these people, but the weeks leading up to the event get pretty rigorous.
Yes, there is. So there are 6 competitions that happen at the Expo.
Okay, so when you say expo, I'm thinking this is like at the Southern Women's Expo.
You go with a bag and you fill up.
and you thought, no, this is a fitness
some of that.
competition.
No, it's all of that. So
Wow.
here's what you have to do to have it, to get people in the door. You have to have competitions.
Mm-hmm.
So we have natural bodybuilding, we have strongman, we had powerlifting, sumo wrestling.
What?
We had professional wrestling, CrossFit. I think
Sumo wrestling.
sumo wrestling was awesome. Little kids in the sumo get up. Come on.
Stop
Come
it.
on.
Sold.
Yeah. So you do that. That brings in the athletes. The athletes bring in friends and family to watch. These competitions are state level competitions, which are great. Then we also bring in celebrities. So we've got Brian Shaw, World's Strongest Man, Jay Cutler. I think he's 4-time Mr. Olympia. Sorry, Jake, if I screwed that up. Or Jay Cutler. And then we had
Not the quarterback.
Yeah,
the
I was
quarterback.
like, wait. I was like, Jay
No,
Cutler?
bodybuilder.
I know
Jay
Jay
Cutler.
I never
yes.
saw him as Mr.
No
Fitness.
shade.
Jay Cutler.
No offense.
No shade, Jay. No shade.
Yeah, that probably happens all the time. But we bring in the celebrities too because they also bring in foot traffic. So
Sure.
for business side, that's how we get people in the door. And then it becomes a massive fitness party. So there are businesses there presenting, there are nutrition companies, there are apparel companies, and
Yeah.
it just ends up being, we call it a fitness family reunion.
I love that.
It's Nashville Fit Show.
Music City Fit Expo.
Music City Fit Expo.
Just like his last
The
name.
Nashville Fit Show, if you're looking at my Instagram, was what so I do a lot of events, show captain stuff. So I actually help run the Nashville Fit Show with Whitney Weiser.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, largest.
That's what was confusing me.
Yes,
Along
largest-
with pronouncing your name.
Yeah, largest women-only bodybuilding competition in the country.
Wow.
Yeah, so
That's super cool.
yeah, she's a powerhouse in her own right. So.
Neil's talked about you for so long, and I'm like, I got to meet this guy. And what I found super fascinating is that you've turned something about fitness into a media company.
Yeah, that was. I mean, who buys a magazine, right?
I think it's super cool.
Like, who buys a print magazine? So for us, it was like this has to be bigger than print. This has to be. Yeah, you got that City Fit Expo right there. How do we press into all media levels? In podcast was one of those things. We're We're doing broadcasting for events. Special Olympics has been one of our key partners, and
we
that's
love
so much fun.
Yeah.
So
Is
yeah,
there
it's-
anything more joyful than watching the Special Olympics?
No, like their flag football event at the arena at Nissan Stadium is so freaking awesome.
It's the best thing ever.
Yeah.
I wish more people would come out to it. It's so great.
It's pretty magical.
You
right
want to
there.
walk away feeling joy. That's where
Right.
you go.
But the idea is that you have to kind of own the whole food chain, I guess, when you're looking at your core businesses and everything that surrounds it. And that's so you not only become the business operator, but you're the business promoter. You're out there like doing podcasts and stuff, expanding the brand that way. So
Right.
it's the world we live in is a little bit different than just 10 years ago, right?
It's a hustle and a grind, and it's fun. And you do have to be. You got to get out of your comfort zone. I'm a closet introvert. You got to hype yourself up.
I
to
get
get out
it. Right.
But then you get out there and it's energizing, right? Naturally curious guy. I love to go level 10 in deep conversations. You know this. We didn't know each other for about a couple hours, and I'm taking you deep dives.
Right.
Yeah, but that's why y'all are close now, right? Because you got
Right.
past
Well,
the.
Terry's just one of those people that's easy. He's hard to get his last name right, but he's easy to get to know. And
Are you getting-
and
you hate
likable
me
in
for
just
that,
about
don't
No, I feel it's one of those things. I've
I
done
know,
it for
I know.
years, right? It's
No.
like I've pronounced people's name wrong
look
for
who you're
30
talking to.
years. On TV.
It gives
Look who
me
you're talking to.
me
Right.
joy to know that I'm not the only one, because I'll know you really, really well until that microphone or until that camera blinks red, and I'm
Yeah.
like, oh shoot,
What's your name?
what was your name again?
I personally
all
like
do it.
Barga better, so I'm just
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm gonna stick with it, right? That's-
I'm
that's
just going
kinda
to
my
call you
calling.
TB. How about that?
Hey, you guys can call me anytime.
Well, I think what you've done with the magazine is something that so many people should lean into, because you think like, oh, I just run this part of the business. It's just linear. It's this part. But everyone should be able to take their business, whatever it is. I mean, you talk about our sponsors, Pure Turf. They took a landscaping or a grass company,
Yeah.
and they have created a podcast and a media arm of it. And what you did, it's something that everyone could really do, because there's space at the table for all of us.
Oh man, you're hitting the nail on the head with this,
Yeah.
because marketing is going the way of media. So if you haven't, like, if you're out there and you're running a business and you haven't figured that part out yet, just know I'm giving you the scoop. Like, that's where it's going.
Yeah.
I just talked to somebody in Chattanooga yesterday. We have a Chattanooga affiliate as well. We're trying to grow into each city, and she was telling me that she come from a media company that their industry was yachting and boats and water, and they got so big they bought the local newspaper.
Wow.
Right.
Like, this stuff works.
You're right.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
Because people want information, especially niche stuff. If you are at all interested in fitness and you're in Middle Tennessee, where are you going to go? I'm going to go to somebody who has their fingers in every piece of it
right.
and makes the information accessible.
That's the thing. You
Yeah.
make the complex simple, right? But then you're also creating connection. So I love to bring business owners on to the podcast, whether it's the Nashville Fit Magazine podcast or the Ground Up podcast. We've got 4 on the network, and it's fun to get them to come out.
Yeah.
Like, you can see their character, you can connect,
Yeah.
and that's important for people that may want to, hire a personal trainer or go see a chiropractor. They want to know that what they're getting in personality and connection.
Yeah.
And that's where we're at. We're looking for that personal connection now. It's the post-COVID era.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And fitness isn't just lifting weights. It's meditation. It's your body health, your mind health, your nutrition.
correct. Wellness is having a moment right now.
It really is.
We're gonna stay here, stay put. We're going to do traffic real
Okay,
quick, but
okay.
then I'm going to talk about the Ground Up podcast. Then I want to talk about AI and physical fitness
Oh, yeah.
and how it's affecting that business.
Sure.
But right now, a man who is physically fit, always working out. Every time we cut in, it's going to be Traffic with David Park.
It is going to be Traffic with David Park, and he's going to mention 65 Southbound and Trinity. And now it's just the volume, but you have a fender bender there to start your day, and you get kind of busy. Getting kind of busy on the north side, southbound 65 through the old dreaded Trinity Lane. Surprise, surprise. Earlier crash kind of did us in for the morning. But all the other interstates, it's just volume around town. This is Vietnam Vest coming inbound towards Conference Drive and towards the 65 junction north of Rivergate. Just typical volume through there. Coming in from the airport, coming in from Dolly Parton International Airport, 40 already kind of backing up as you make your way towards Spence Lane and towards downtown. One crash up in Germantown area, Rosa Parks Boulevard at Garfield Street. That wreck with some injuries. So folks that are heading in that area around Germantown, watch out for the crews on the scene trying to get that one wrapped up as well.
David Park, thank you so much for that.
Appreciate you, my friend. Thank you, buddy.
Now, if we changed all the airport, everyone with those B&A hats is going to have to get a DPA hat. Right?
Well, it's Dolly Parton Airport. If you're late, you can just say I'm fashionably late. That's how Dolly did it.
Maybe then we can bring the carpet back.
It's dumb. I know. Hey, weather-wise, today it's going to be 89 degrees, sunny. It's going to be sunny all the way through next Tuesday when the next chance of rain comes up. There was supposed to be some rain today, but that mysteriously disappeared from the forecast. So we're done there. If you hear the thumping in the background, it's because we're broadcasting from Music City Work Club.
Yes.
And Music City Work Club, where they actually have these programs all day long. Like the fitness club, Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays happens to be when we're in the show, so that's why we get some thumping in here.
I love it.
But it's a great place. This is where our studio is located. They have a shared workspace, and they have all these great programs. So check out musiccityworkclub.com/not the news.
And you can do a day pass too if you're like, I just want to check this out. They'll do a quick little day pass. I love it.
And they have specials online if you want to try it for a week.
Yeah.
There's a week special, and I found it very valuable for those of us that work a lot at home to get out of the house, to get a different environment, and to meet other business people. Make these connections has been wonderful for me.
I think it's a conversation for another day, but this place kind of changed your life.
Well, okay.
Yeah,
That's deep.
right?
Yes.
It did.
It did.
I like that tease.
Yeah.
Oh, it did. And speaking of, your mind, your body, your soul, your health, and all that, it's kind of the niche that you've carved out because it's not just weightlifting. But what did you wanted to?
What?
You wanted to talk about AI, and I'm interested to hear this question's going.
First of all, the Ground Up podcast. How do you find that? And there's a video version, also just audio. Correct.
Yeah, you can find every podcast on our network a couple of different ways. One is our fitness app, which is you can grab that at NashvilleFitMagazine.com, and then we're all over YouTube. We actually just crested 10,000 subscribers.
Nice, congratulations!
Literally last night. So
That's awesome.
Very
Oh my
excited.
gosh!
Very
Oh wait,
excited.
I'm
That's
gonna
why
make
we
sure
brought you in.
That's
it's
right.
not the
That's
news.
right.
Subscribe to that. I'm gonna make sure we are.
About to be.
What do I search?
Just search Nashville Fit Magazine on YouTube, and you should see us pop up.
If you're just tuning in, by the way, we are speaking of the passing of Dolly Parton. We spent a good first half of the show talking about Dolly, speaking with Kyle Jones. And I have some other people that will be coming in, but they just need a little time right now. It just kind of hit them a little bit tough, and I can totally understand that. So we'll get to that. So AI is the topic that every business kind of is confronting right now. When I go to the gym at my condo unit and also at the Y, I see a lot of people using their apps right there, and I'm just wondering what it's doing to the business. Is it throwing it into chaos, or is it helping?
Man, I think it's helping.
Yeah.
And I will say it here's how I think it's helping. It's making trainers have to be better. You've got to be better at connecting, and you've got to be better at spotting, right? You got to know your stuff more.
Right.
Because now the basics can be found, right, as far as programming goes. The reality of the matter is that really nobody necessarily hires us for our expertise. I have never showed my certification. I've been certified for 20 years, 5 different ways. Like, you name the certification, I got it. Like, no one's ever asked.
Right.
What they want is connection. We're back to that connection part. Personality matters. Like when you're shopping for a personal trainer, you want to find somebody that you can connect with, right?
Yeah.
It's gonna motivate you in the way that you need, and then that accountability is a really key thing there. And until AI can do that, I think it's only going to make us better in that sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Because I saw something on Instagram the other day, and it was like, I didn't hire a personal trainer. I just put into ChatGPT what I wanted. And my thought was, well, that's great if you are supremely self-motivated and get yourself. But I want somebody to say, no, your form needs work here. You need to go a little bit lower in the squat. No, you can do 3 more pounds.
Yeah,
you can give me 2 more reps.
Yeah, the fact of the matter is that I've been a trainer for a very long time, and I still round my back when I do a bend over row.
Yeah.
Like, I need someone to spot that junk.
Right.
Right. I need to at least see in my back in the mirror or something like that to straighten up, because I do the same thing.
Accountability.
I don't want to load it. Right.
You're right.
Accountability and safety.
Yes. Yeah.
So
I just love that we live in a time where fitness is so much more than going to the gym or going for a run right now. There's this whole peptide angle. There's the wellness. There a lot of people have given up alcohol. There's this whole overall body experience and mind as well.
Biohacking.
Right. It's this whole thing.
very much so.
So your business is kind of, the depth has grown on it.
Correct, and that's the fun part for me, right? Because you can get to the depths of my brain when it comes to the fitness industry, and what it all looks like to pull it together.
Yeah.
A very good example is 2 weeks ago we released a YouTube series called Permission to Thrive.
Yeah.
It's a women's series. It's helping women through hormones, menopause, reproduction, like all
where
of
I
the
am.
things that affect women that no one's really talking about. It was produced by my business partner Vanessa Hampton, and it's been a blast.
She makes great coffee, by the way.
She does.
She does not.
She really does.
She does not. Okay.
So that's another example, right?
Yeah.
And we're talking about nutrition and how it matters. We're talking about like not getting stuck in dealing with this alone. Like it's not taboo. Like we're trying to make all that stuff really, really accessible for everyone.
I want to know what your routine is, and I want to hear everything from like any supplements or peptides you do, or breathing exercises, and your training routine. I want to hear it all.
Oh boy. How long is the show?
I love this
You know,
stuff.
we have 10 minutes left, but we can go as long as you want.
Like my favorite
It's 5
thing.
minutes past 7 o'clock. No, I think that's interesting.
My favorite thing is to see somebody's like
No,
routine,
it's
and I'm
not
like,
that
oh,
long.
what is that cream you're using? Like,
Yeah.
what is this peptide? So
Mine
tell
the
me.
most unusual thing that you do
Most unusual thing that I do
that
is
you can say on.
I drink a 1,300 calorie smoothie every morning.
What's in it?
I had it on my way in.
1,300 calories.
Yeah, there's 3 raw eggs,
So you just blend
Oh.
up 3 Big Macs.
2 scoops of protein powder, fruit, greens. I use raw milk. It's a breakfast in a 64-ounce cup.
Raw eggs?
100%. Been doing that for 20 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what your concern is that you have to cook the eggs first.
Well, no,
right?
I already immediately
you're
love
about
this
food
because I don't.
safety.
No, I don't cook, so this sounds great to
Raw
me.
eggs are
Yeah.
just absolutely packed with the
100%. Omega
Like the
3s
yolk
and
of
6s.
an egg, you're like, has-
perfect protein. It's
Yeah.
the perfect protein.
Okay, so you do that. What else do you do?
I work out. I do something every morning, typically early. I'm an ADHD guy, so like
Us too.
being able to work out gets rid of that initial jittery energy.
You have a bunch of tabs open all the time, so you're like the workout closes at least like 1 or 2 tabs.
Yeah,
Right.
Tabs.
My computer's actually begging for mercy as of recently for that very reason. 2 browsers, all the tabs.
It's your superpower, though, isn't it?
I mean, I think so.
It is for me.
Yeah.
It's you too.
It makes us. I mean, we're a lot for others, but that's their problem.
Double-edged sword, actually. So I have a new idea for another business every single day, and then by the time I'm done with the business plan, I've forgotten what the business was, and I've
Same.
moved on to the next thing. So it's a double-edged sword.
That's right. That's right.
It is.
Yeah.
Okay, so you
always
work out.
working out with the pen and a pad right next
Yeah.
to you, just in case you get some inspiration.
Is it always weights, or do you do other things like Pilates or?
I am not the guy, the meathead weightlifter. Never been that guy. Actually, my tenure in the fitness industry I was fixing backs, shoulders, knees, so very restorative in that sense. And my favorite modalities are gymnastics and calisthenics.
Oh.
I mix that with heavy resistance band training, and then I'll throw weights in. Weights are always my last thing.
Right.
I want connective tissue. I want muscle longevity. I want the muscle mobility before I load it. So, and that has been the secret to my success.
I
I
love it.
And you have to adapt for your age, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Totally.
It's like
Well, when you've been working out like this for the better part of 15 years, there's not much adaptation that you need. You do
Right.
need to slow down a little,
Right.
Because recovery changes
changes.
when you get to your 40s.
Missed
and 50s.
days hurt much more.
Correct.
Yeah.
But the muscle, the muscle memory is there. The neural pathways have been created. So
What kind of supplements are you doing?
whatever I just put in that smoothie is it.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Are you a peptide guy? No, he's all natural.
Are you a fasting guy?
I have done. So we used to do corporate fasts at our gym years ago. Like, when I say corporate, I mean as a team. Like there were 14 trainers. We were, popping, and we were trying to set an example for our clients. And that example was always kitchen based. So we either switch into vegetarian for 3 days, or we're going gluten free for 3 weeks, or we're doing a 30-day parasite cleanse as a team, which is always interesting. We would do cooking classes and things like that. So yes,
So you shop around the outside aisle of the supermarket.
correct. I'm very nutrition is one of those certifications that
Yeah.
are very, very important to me, and that's where, and y'all are gonna be annoyed by this, but that's where the real gains are made.
Yeah.
You can learn to heal the body. You can learn to give the body more energy, and you can recover. Nutrition is key.
I think that's my biggest issue because I work out like crazy, but then I don't get enough protein.
Yeah,
It's so hard.
fitness is less personal personalized than we make it. Nutrition is hyper personalized.
Right.
Right. Like what we would do for you is way different than what we would do
Totally.
for you. And it's way different than what I do.
And I jump on these fads pretty easy. Like, actually, I don't think this is fad. Perfect aminos. Do you ever hear of those?
Yeah.
Like, those to me are terrific,
Yeah.
right?
Those are great.
Yeah.
Amino acids, you need those. You can get them from your food just like you can get protein, but can you get enough?
Yeah.
Is it going to get absorbed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we need a little bit more in these areas. That and creatine. Creatine's, I think, a must.
I've been doing that every day.
Yes, good.
Yeah. Especially for women, I hear that it's like really important.
Especially for women and perimenopause, too.
Yeah, which is
Like,
where I am,
It
yeah.
helps get rid of the brain fog.
Yes, I've
So,
noticed a huge difference.
yeah.
I could
Among
talk
other
to him
things.
about this
Brain
for
fog.
hours.
Yeah.
Huh?
I could talk to you about this for hours. I am fascinated.
Yes, we can go level 10.
Yeah, I love it. Let's do it. You're a wealth of
Well,
knowledge.
the whole idea was we were going to have you in for several shows actually talk about
Well,
this
let's go,
stuff.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
we kind of brought you in. Kyle got put in there
Yes.
as well. So you will come back, and I actually I'm going to ask him to fill in for me when I'm like,
Yeah. Oh,
not
you'd
with
be
you,
great.
so.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Because that way you guys can sit there and talk and
We'll
you
just
can
talk about
understand
stuff.
why.
Yeah.
Bargay, like
Bargy.
Bargy.
Yeah.
Bargy. It's a soft G.
It's okay.
It's a soft G.
The reality is
I
that
said Barga.
the heritage goes.
And you let me do that?
I did. It was funny.
So let's talk a little bit about that.
Because I asked him when
I'm
he
a
came
prankster,
in.
man. That's the first thing I
You're
told her
the
when
worst.
she came in. I was
always
like,
say such great things about my friend Terry Barga, but
let's
no.
get Neil.
No, I
Not
said, tell me your
not
last
Barget.
name again. And he goes, it's actually Bargy. And I said,
Bargy?
I'm sorry, I thought it was Barga. And he goes, yeah, Neil's been saying it wrong. I said, does he know that? And he said, no.
In my defense, Neil, I
How do you
haven't
say
heard
Nate?
you. I haven't heard you say my last name until today.
Okay,
so.
how do you say
Okay.
Nate Bargatze's last name?
Oh boy, it's very Italian. So it's Bargazzi, I thought.
Yeah.
Just curious.
Yeah.
It's close now that your name's close to his, I just thought I'd ask you for clarification. I don't know.
Mine's more French German, not necessarily, not so much Italian.
I love it. Well,
Okay, so you're, I'm 60 and I haven't worked out in several years and I haven't been to the doctor in several years and I'm kind of feeling tired all the time and I know my sleep isn't good. I know I got to start somewhere. Where do you start?
You start. You don't overcomplicate it. First thing
Right.
is get moving, and that could look like walking, hiking. Just start there. Don't overcomplicate that. Take your dog for a walk. Go for a walk and listen to a podcast. Move. First thing. Second thing is if you're not sleeping well, you're likely either underfed or you're dehydrated. So if you want to improve your sleep, maybe go figure out what your numbers are, what your resting metabolic rate is, so you know exactly how many calories you need in order
Right.
to just operate. And it's probably more than you think. In my experience, 85% of my clientele were always under eating. And that means they're coming in overweight and underfed. Let that blow your mind.
That's me. That's what my nutritionist
Yes.
told me.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
normal. We
Eat more to lose more.
Yeah.
Correct.
Eat
Quality
right.
food, though, right?
To lose.
100% quality food.
Yeah.
Like we always say, farm first, beyond organic.
Mm-hmm.
The cleanest you can get it. And that goes for the supplements too. Whole food based supplements. You can't pronounce it. You probably shouldn't put it in your body.
Well, that's why when we all go to Europe and we eat that food, we don't feel as terrible, even though you eat way more when you're there because you're on vacation, you're indulging. Well, their food is better than ours.
The guidelines there are a little tighter for sure,
Yeah.
as they should be.
Yeah.
It makes that a little bit easier. So that's where I would start and
Okay.
get to know
It's
your
funny, I find
numbers.
your fitness philosophy a lot like your business philosophy.
Yeah.
Right?
That's exactly right.
Start somewhere.
Start somewhere.
Just
I love
do one thing.
Take the step.
to this step right
Yeah.
there. What's the next business that you're opening up here that
Well, there's not. No more businesses are opening up, but we are working on expanding. So that goal is, and we're refining this as we move. So, media company, I want to go national. So, we're working on potentially putting together a streaming radio station.
Amazing.
Want to pull y'all into that at some point.
You'd be honored.
So we're working through the bells and whistles of that right now with our good friends over, Charlie Saunier and,
Oh, yeah.
and John Burton. So we're talking through things with them as well. And
we love John and Charlie.
that was also a ton of fun. Like,
right, that morning.
I had a script for that day. We threw it out.
So now Neil's rubbing off on you.
I love it.
Yeah. Fitness really is transcending all across so many different ways. And you're proving that with your business.
Very
And we
much
can
so.
all learn something from it, even whether you're on a tiny little piece of it, whether you're 15 or you're 85.
Yeah, the business angle, this is something I care about a lot. I've done a ton of business coaching. I love it. I love to get in the trenches with the business owners. There's a passion there that is like, man, you get off a call with a business owner who goes from, nearly weeping to energized and excited. Well, you get energized and excited.
Yeah,
and everything clicks, right? The Ground Up podcast was built for that business owner. Turn pain into pivot, right? Give you the confidence you need to grow your business. It's wellness, but it's all things business. So, and then I have to plug. I'm about to release a book, so can I plug my book?
Yes, please.
That's where we're going to wrap things up. So
Yes.
let's plug away here.
Let's hear it.
Please.
Shameless plug. I wrote a book about this, about business, and what it looks like to maintain your humanity as you do it.
Okay.
There's a lot of business books out there that are all about the business. There are a lot of self-help books out there that are all about the self. I want to bring those together so that you can understand what you're feeling in the stages and prep yourself.
I love that.
That book's called Still Standing. It comes out in October.
So I see a similarity in that and this place, Music City Work
100%.
Club, right? It's
Yeah.
it's business and it's also mind and spirit.
But community,
and it's that
too.
combination. So what's the name of it again? Sorry.
Putting the right things first is
Yes.
the important part. The name of the book is called Still Standing.
Still standing.
And where do you get it?
You can get it on terrybargy.com. It's where you go for pre-orders. And then it'll be all over the place.
Spell it. Terry.
Barga.
Okay.
Barga.
In your defense, I would definitely have said it that way.
Everybody does.
In your defense.
Yeah, everything's been a hard G with
Hey,
my whole life, right?
I'll give you this. My uncle changed it to an E so that he wouldn't have to correct anybody anymore.
That's hilarious.
I love it.
Terry Bargy, everyone, what's your Instagram handle where people can hear from you?
Terry B and a Nashville Fit.
There's an underscore in there somewhere, but
There's two, but
There's-
you'll see it.
Just look through who Neil follows.
You'll find the
and me.
beard. Look for the beard.
Yes. Find it.
Before
Find
we
it.
say goodbye, can we end with a couple of Dolly quotes?
Please, I was going to say that.
Okay.
We have to.
Let's
great
end with a
idea.
couple of our Dolly quotes. And I think this one is perfect for Terry. Find out who you are and do it on purpose. Right? That seems like
love
how
that.
you live.
I love that.
I have a strict policy that nobody cries alone in my presence. So we're going to love people and we're going to be there for them wherever they are. We meet them where they are. We cannot direct the wind, but we can adjust the sails. And
That's a
don't get
great
so
one.
busy making a living that you forget to make a life.
She was a human motivation machine, right? In any interview that you watch for there. So my only thing would be on this Wednesday, go out and find something you have in common with someone else there. Let's stop looking for things that divide us and things that make us different. Let's start looking for things that make us similar. And I think that's what Dolly's message was.
Absolutely.
To a lot of people there.
100% agree.
I already made a pact with my daughters. We're going to Dollywood. We got to go celebrate.
Let's do it.
We got to go celebrate her life. And then also the Imagination Library Channel 5 did a story that they reached 332 million books to children through that organization. And that's Dolly's family saying, please direct your efforts towards the Imagination Library. And that's a good place to end it on. Terry Bargy.
Great to be here.
I'll never get it right. But anyway, love
Like,
you, my friend.
subscribe,
Thank you so much.
Be our friend.
Yes.
Shout out to Mother to Mother. We love you so much. If you are speaking of giving back and living your life to serve others, that's a great way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Dolly loved mothers and babies, and that was evident in her Imagination Library. But if you are looking for a place to do that, search Mother to Mother, and that's a really great place to start.
And our only advertising comes from people sharing this and telling other
Yeah.
people that we're doing this because, broadcasting to 6 people gets,
Yeah.
we could just start doing a conference call at this point. So
could.
we kind of need this to expand a little bit there.
So just share.
help us out.
Yeah. Tell your friends. Thank you so much. We love y'all.
Have a great Wednesday, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Broadcasting to 6